Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. It's been quite a while since I started a new series for this game, but several of you have requested it, and I do love this game, so I've been meaning to do it anyway. But I should give the disclaimer right here at the very beginning that just because I love this game does not mean I'm very good at it. So we are documenting our species here, but we are probably going to end badly. But never mind that. We are starting off with high hopes as the Autocracy of Calamar. If you have watched these videos of mine in the past, you may recognize these guys as NPCs from past series, but they were not officially aquatic until this very moment. And so in the year 2200, we are beginning to explore the galaxy, and our science ship is heading out to explore and survey the nearby systems. Our construction ship is following behind and building spaceports, space stations, and mining stations, research stations, things like that. So this is the standard operating procedure at the beginning of every Stellaris game. That much I know, that much I'm good at, but never mind that. We have gotten our first tradition point, and already I am seeing a menu here that I am not familiar with, because at some point since I played this game last, they must have changed this menu. But I'm going to go into the expansion tree here first, because I feel like in the past I did not expand fast enough. So we're going to go into the expansion tree, and not long after that we will get our first space station. And surely that cannot be a coincidence. It's not long before our science ship makes an amazing discovery. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization. And of course this is very exciting news, and so not long after that our civilization is abuzz with this news. Our people are very excited. What can this mean? But of course we have to think about how we are going to handle first contact. We can be friendly, we can be cautious, or we can be hostile. I'm going to play it safe here and be cautious. That's probably another one of my downfalls, is that I tend to play it safe. I'm not very aggressive. So I'll try to do things a little differently in this playthrough.
A system has been charted.
But our science ship continues to explore, and our construction ship is on its way to build a mining station there, but we are going to line up another job for them to build a starbase over here. And our science ship will continue on, but meanwhile we have already gotten another tradition point. And we're going to go with Reach for the Stars, which will lower starbase influence cost. Obviously we're building a lot of starbases here, so we might as well get a little bit of a discount on that right away. And here we go with another tradition point. Obviously this is very edited. We're going to get through about 20 years in this video, I think. But we are going to go with Courier Network to lower our Empire Sprawl. Empire Sprawl is also a common problem of mine. Oh, all problems are common in my games, really. But never mind that. We have discovered a habitable planet, another water world, because we are aquatic species and we need water, or we prefer water anyway. So we have found another one up there, fairly close. And we're going to go ahead and claim this system. At least one of my failed species had a bunch of uncolonized worlds toward the end of the game, so I'm going to try not to make that same mistake again. But never mind that. We have earned another tradition point, and we're going to spend it on colonization fever, so we will have an extra pop when we start a new colony. And speaking of that, we're going to get started building a colony ship, because we need to expand, we need more resources, we need more of everything.
Anomalous
We don't need more anomalies, but we have found one here, and it's a hellish difficulty, so we are going to hold off on this until our scientists are a higher level. We'll come back to that later. In the meantime, our colony ship has been constructed, and they are blasting off toward that distant planet. Actually, it's not very distant. But never mind that. We need to decide what to do. Are we going to focus on finding habitable planets or not? Well, we're going to be scanning a lot of planets here, so we might as well focus on finding a habitable world.
Intellectual booty.
We could have gotten just some influence out of that, but it's really better in the long run to do the habitable world survey thing. But never mind that, because we have started our new colony. Very exciting. We're going to go ahead and build a new science ship at this point so we can explore a bit faster, and we need to recruit a new scientist to do that. And this guy in the middle here has a better anomaly research speed, so we're going to recruit them. And then we will send them off in another direction here. I don't know why I skipped this system here, but for some reason I did. So we're going to send this ship up this way. And our other science ship will continue to do their thing. And in the meantime, we have earned another tradition point. So we're going to get all the way through the expansion tree in this video. We're going to increase our pop growth speed here, so our colonies will expand faster.
What have we here?
We have found another anomaly that is very hard, so we're going to wait on that. And we're going to go ahead and start expanding our military fleet here. We're not going to need our military ships at all in this video, so if you're looking forward to a battle, you're not going to see one, unfortunately. I know they're a lot of fun to watch. But never mind that. Our science ship has made first contact with an unknown entity. Enigmatic spacefarers. So our scientists are very excited, and they are calling these creatures the Alpha Aliens while we begin to research them and try to figure out if we can contact them. So we need to go into the situation log and start a special project to do that. It says show first contact. I don't remember this from my last game. I remember envoys, but I don't remember using them for first contact. So maybe that's different. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But we need to assign an envoy here. I like the name Amashstart. That kind of reminds me of Slarty Bartfast from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so we're going to go with that person. But never mind that. Here are the aliens, and unfortunately they are not another empire that we can contact and speak with. They are giant space squids, I guess. And they're not very far from our system, but we have also found another anomaly, which is routine. So we're going to go ahead and do that one. But in the meantime, our new colony has officially been started. So we can start to build things on the surface. This planet will never give us very many minerals or energy credits, but we can get a lot of food here. So we're going to go ahead and build an agriculture district. Get started on that. And that routine anomaly turned out to be evidence of another life form, a vast network of tunnels beneath a barren surface. So that's very exciting. But I think it's time at this point to start building another construction ship so we can expand faster. We need to expand faster and faster. But there you can see the space squids are not hostile at the moment. I can't remember if they ever do get hostile. So I'm just not going to worry about it right now. And we're going to continue doing our thing, surveying. And our first contact process is advancing. Our long-range scanners have picked up some interesting information for a mush start to puzzle over.
Have detected an anomaly.
We have found a hard anomaly, which we will skip for the moment as our new construction ship heads out of our home system. We've discovered rare crystals, which is just one of several different strategic resources we will need to find and acquire and stockpile. But never mind that. We have gotten another tradition point. We will continue in the expansion tree. And what did I end up picking here? I ended up going with Galactic Ambition, which will lower our starbase upkeep cost. And we have finished the expansion tree, so we have an Ascension perk. These look pretty much the same. Maybe there are some new ones. I don't really know, but usually I go with one vision here at the beginning, I think. It will give me extra unity. And getting unity is what gives you tradition points and eventually more Ascension perks. So we're going to go with one vision as we continue to explore. And we found a system here that potentially could have a bunch of great resources in it. We'll have to come back and look later on to see what our science ship has found here. But in the meantime, we are finishing our first contact process, and we are calling these creatures the Tiyanki. Tiyanki? Tayanki? I don't know. But we have finished the procedure, so let's move on. And hopefully those things will not become hostile. Our governor has become stubborn, so that's not great news.
What have we here?
But we are continuing to expand. That was a hard anomaly which we are skipping, but we have found a natural wormhole. So this could be potentially useful, but also ominous, because we could use these things to travel, but other civilizations could do the same and use them to invade our space. So we have to be very careful about these wormholes. But in the meantime, a faction has been founded in our society. Different factions can form with different goals, and here is another one that was founded shortly afterward. So hopefully these new factions won't cause me any problems. Factions don't usually cause me problems, which is kind of unusual because everything else gives me problems. So I'm happy when things don't do that. But never mind that. We have discovered what appears to be either the home system or the breeding ground for the space squid. And they continue to be neutral toward us. We can explore and survey here without any problem. And I bet we will find some good resources here. So we're going to continue to survey and continue to expand as much as possible. We have located another routine anomaly, which is kind of a rhythmic interference pattern. So we're going to check that out. But in the meantime, we will continue to expand our military fleet, because this has also been a failing of mine in the past. So I'm going to try to keep our military built up. But in the meantime, that rhythmic interference turned out to be a song, or at least that's what our scientists think. And so we'll get some good research points out of that. I included this little clip just because I like all the colors in this system here. It's a pretty game. It's a pretty game to look at. Here is another routine anomaly. So let's get started on that. In the meantime, we have another tradition point, and we can start a new tree. And I think this time I went with the discovery tree. This will help with our survey speed and our research output. So we should be able to explore faster and unlock new technology faster, which is obviously good. So we'll get started on the discovery tree. But in the meantime, one of our science ships has picked up some sensor readings that would seem to indicate pulsating stars. So we could investigate or dismiss it as a malfunction. You can see the anomaly marked right there on the map, and we're going to go ahead and investigate it because it is close by. And in the meantime, we have discovered volatile motes, which is another strategic resource. So that's a good find.
Our lookouts have detected an anomaly.
We found another routine anomaly, some scarring on a planet's surface, and it turns out to be alien writing. So that's pretty fascinating. And we get some, I think that's society research out of that.
A special project
And the special project with the pulsating stars did turn out to be a sensor malfunction, but we do get at least a little bit of research out of it, so it's not a total loss.
anomalous space-time.
Here is another routine anomaly. Some kind of unidentified object in this gas giant's atmosphere, which is clearly an interesting find. And it turns out to be a cruiser, which was crushed because it went too far into the gas giant's atmosphere. Meanwhile, we've discovered another wormhole relatively close to our home system, so we need to start getting a handle on wormhole technology, I think. But never mind that, because here is a challenging anomaly, which we will skip for now. And here is an easy anomaly that we will go ahead and research. It's an impact crater, or what appears to be an impact crater anyway. So we're going to check that out, and it turns out to be a crashed spaceship that crashed about 10,000 years ago. So we got some physics research out of that, which is always nice, and we have unlocked another tradition point. So we're going to get going in the discovery tree, and we will increase our survey speed by 35%. But hold everything. We have made another first contact. The Gamma aliens. So this is exciting. And we need to start another special project to check this out. Hopefully this will be another empire that we can contact and negotiate with and possibly ally ourselves with. And we're going to get Amashstart on this project. In the meantime, we have sort of a survey race here, and it appears that we are surveying faster than these aliens. So they do have a science ship, which means they are an empire that we can talk to. But clearly we have at least a slight technological advantage at the moment, so that's good. We've discovered an archaeological site down here in this space, but more importantly right now we need to start working on first contact and assign an envoy. So we're going to get Amashstart on this, and hopefully these aliens will turn out to be friendly. But in the meantime, we've discovered the remnants of a mining base on another planet. So we have a special project to check that out.
Ever stronger.
We've discovered another routine anomaly, some interesting energy readings. So we're going to check that out. And our first contact process continues to advance. I thought I assigned the envoy already, but it's telling me I need to assign an envoy again. We did receive a large audio and video transmission, so we are going to get to see what these creatures look like, and it turns out to be our old friends, the cloud. These were the very first creatures that I made a series about. It didn't go particularly well, as you might imagine, but we are continuing to contact them, and this is not a bad thing because they are spiritualists, just like we are. So hopefully they will be friendly. We can choose to regard this meeting as a blessing or as a threat. And we're going to go ahead and say it's a blessing for now, just to keep things positive for now with the cloud, because surely it will have a chance to go sideways later. But in the meantime, our first actual alien civilization encounter is causing an incredible buzz in our society. And there they are. We can see at least a little bit of their space. So we can see that there's a system that we need to grab like right away. It's an obvious choke point here. And we need to get our construction ship over there as soon as possible to build a starbase, and we need to claim all of this space. But I think this is a decent spot to go ahead and end this video, a nice little cliffhanger. And I will be continuing this series before too long, but right now, actually, I am downloading another game that I am very excited about. So I will be making a video for that next. But for now, as always, thanks very much for watching.